learning can be really hard for me, but I know my teachers are working really hard to keep me safe. I'm looking forward to going to school in person.
School is so magical. I'm so excited for my arts and crafts with my art teacher. I can't wait to add more drawings to my art wall.
我的名字是 Sanaya. I can't wait to take more Mandarin classes.
I'm excited to see my friends at school. Even though we're apart, we're still connected. And I can give my classmates a big bird wave.
Welcome back to the ABCs of Back to School. Across the country, children are continuing to distance learn at home.
That's right, Erica. You know, my children started the school year taking part in distance learning this school year, and so is Rosita from Sesame Street.
Oh, let's check in with Rosita now. Hi, Rosita.
Hola, Rosita. Hi, Erica.
Hey, Rosita. What you doing?
I'm doing great. You know what? I'm just finishing my at-home classroom.
Ooh, Rosita, could you show that to us?
Sí, claro. Let me move my phone here and let me show you. Look, I made my own desk, just like at school. It has my name on it. And these are drawings I did during arts and craft. Can you see them? And this is my school schedule. Yeah. And here is my papi's computer. I used to see my teacher and classmates. And I have my pencils and crayons here. And here is my activities that my teacher sent me.
I gotta say, you know, that's a pretty great looking desk, Rosita.
Ay, muchas gracias, doctor. You know what? I made it out of cardboard we had in the house. Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm at school even while I'm at home. And it's great, doctor, because I can set it up on the kitchen table or in my living room or here in my room.
So wherever you are, you could bring it with you. And it looks, Rosita, like it could really help you concentrate on your schoolwork at home.
It really does.
You know, I think it's so important. It's such a good point. Kids who are learning at home, they need to know and feel that school is separate from their home life. And setting up a learning area or a desk can help reinforce that separation. Also, I got to tell you, it's important that they still follow a school routine.
Oh, yes. Yeah, like getting dressed in the morning.
Yes, exactly. I got to tell you, even though my children have mostly been at home, they still try and follow their normal school day morning routine as much as I can get them to do so. They wake up, they do get dressed, and I try and feed them a healthy breakfast.
Yeah, like oatmeal or cereal with yummy berries.
Right. I think the key is to help get them in the mindset that even though they are home, it's still a school day.
Yes, you're right.
Rosita, how is the distance learning going for you? Are you enjoying it?
Well, you know what? I miss going to school and seeing my friends. But I talked to my mommy and my papi, and they said that having school at home is the best way to keep our whole family, you know, especially my abuela, healthy.
Well, that seems like a really good way to look at it, Rosita.
Yeah, and Rosita, thank you for showing us your desk as well. Have a great school year.
Ay, muchas gracias. Adiós, amigos.
Bye, Rosita.
Bye.
Joining us now to talk more about how kids can get the best education wherever and however they're learning this year, please welcome educator Sal Khan and Andrea Jamat. Andrea is teaching in-person kindergarten in Jacksonville, Florida. It's so great to have both of you with us this morning. Yeah, thanks for being here. We have first up a question about something I think so many parents are struggling with right now. Take a listen.
What strategies can parents use to keep their kids interested or focused on virtual learning while also working from home?
Oh, Sal, please answer this one for me too.
That's a good one. I think this is something adults need to stay focused on virtual work sometimes too. There's two ideas I can think of. One is this technique to deal with procrastination called the Pomodoro technique. It's named after a Pomodoro tomato timer. And what it is you set a time where you stay focused and then you force yourself a break. Even if you could keep working, you force yourself a break. And psychologically, everyone can say, oh, I can surely do another 20 minutes. I can surely do another 30 minutes. And then when you take that forced break, you're ready to dive in again. Some of this could be in coordination with the teachers. to think about how to make those video conference sessions a little bit more flexible, but it definitely works on the self-paced work that kids have to do. Another idea is something we've been doing at Khan Academy called refresh.khanacademy.org. On Refresh, these are ideas to kind of mix it up. While in between your academic work, when you're taking those breaks, these could be fun things for students to do on their own or to do in a group with their teachers. You know, draw an elephant without looking, or who would you like to meet if you were to meet anyone for dinner in history. So there's these fun things that mix it up a little bit and kind of break up the monotony of distance learning sometimes.
That's really good advice. I mean, I think for kids, but I'm going to do some of that as well, Sal. That's terrific. Let's check in with our friend Abby Kadabi now from Sesame Street.
Oh, here's a student with a great back-to-school question.
Can my new kindergarten teacher hug me if I get scared?
These kids are so cute. Andrea, what do you think about that?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for asking that question. And I'm sure lots of other kids are wondering the same exact thing. So I want to say, always ask your teacher if it's okay to hug first, okay? It's okay to be scared and it's okay to need a hug. Ask your teacher if it's okay to hug first. I know here at KIPP Jacksonville, teachers decided over the summer if a student came up and hugged us, we would definitely hug back. Sometimes we can't stop them. They're coming full force with a hug, and we hug them. But we also have taught them other ways to comfort themselves, like air fives. We do elbow bumps, we wink. But the big favorite here is the air hug. So if you feel like you need a hug, ask your teacher and then get an air hug. I hope that makes you feel less scared.
Oh, that's great advice. I have to say, just listening to you makes me feel more calm. Our next question is one that we got from a lot of parents with children who are virtual learning this year. Take a listen.
How can I keep my daughter excited about learning while at home? I'm a single mother and she doesn't have any siblings, so she misses that interaction with her teachers and with her classmates.
It's such a great point. I think so many parents have struggled with that. You want to keep your kids engaged, but you also want them to socialize because that's such an important part of their development too, Sal.
Yeah, this is another very good question. You know, all learning, whether you're doing it distance learning or eventually hopefully in-person learning, it becomes more engaging, more interesting if you feel like you can apply it, it feels useful somehow. One of the few advantages of distance learning is that as a parent, you can kind of eavesdrop a little bit on what kids are learning. Try to ask them about it. When you're having lunch together, when you're having dinner, say, hey, I heard you talking about photosynthesis. Tell me more about that. That'll make the kids kind of perk up a little bit and say, oh, you're interested in that. You could also try to learn alongside your child. That will also signal to them that what they're learning is really important and something worth learning because even your parents are intrigued.
And what about engaging in terms of in that classroom? Since we're not in the classroom, raising hands, maybe kids are trying to raise their hands on a video, in a video class. How do you handle that as a teacher, Sal?
Yeah, well, I think there's two things. I think as a parent or a student, if you feel like your child isn't able to engage, observe what other students are doing. I think this is a really good time to have good conversations with teachers. Make them respectful conversations. A lot of people are very, kind of over their heads right now, feeling anxious. Don't project that onto the teacher. But I think this is a time where if you have a two-way conversation, have feedback, say, hey, I've noticed some kids aren't able to participate as much. I know a lot of teachers are making sure, I've run a couple of virtual sessions with kids, and I keep a little checkbox of who I've called on and who I've not to just make sure I get to everyone.
Great advice. I think we have another message now coming from Sesame Street. Rosita, let's hear it.
Aquí hay otra pregunta de regreso a la escuela. That means someone has another back-to-school question.
How do I reassure my child who's social and outgoing to maintain appropriate social distancing when engaging with her classmates?
Andrea, I think we got to toss that one to you. I mean, again, these kids want to be together, but you need to maintain that physical distance, I'll call it. What advice do you have?
Well, yes, this is absolutely a very important question to address with your child to be thinking about as parents for a child's social and emotional development. Keeping our distance is definitely important, and that's going to be a part of some of the things that we have to do, but absolutely let them be their authentic selves. If they're outgoing, reassure them it's okay to be outgoing, because guess what? In our classrooms now, those of us that are in school, we need that. Those are the friends that amplify the joy and bring the joy, and we need that when there's a lot of heavy. You can also, with that in mind, encourage your child to use their words more than their physical touch or hands for being an outgoing person. Words have power. So if they're able to affirm their friends, affirm themselves, their teachers, or their classroom community, that is great. So that's one way you can get that joy out without being so physically close to people and still staying safe, which is something we do in my classroom every single day.
Thank you. I think you are definitely one of these kindergarten teachers that I'm sure no one ever forgets. Andrea, thank you very much.
I was just thinking the same thing. I kind of want to be in your kindergarten class this year, Andrea. Actually, we have another question. This is from 10-year-old Lila. She's from Georgia.
My school let us choose between virtual and face-to-face. I chose virtual. How am I supposed to stay in touch with my friends who are doing face-to-face and not feel left out?
Sal, how do you tackle that one?
Well, there's two things. One, you could give ideas for your teacher. So while you're doing virtual learning and maybe your kids or your friends are physically present, to do a couple of icebreaker exercises, regardless of the subject, to do a 5-10 minute there makes a huge difference. And then outside of the virtual classes, try to get together with them either virtually on video conference, maybe half an hour a day, so, time to catch up. And if you can, in a socially distanced way, meet at a park or have a socially distanced outdoor play date is a great way. That's what my kids are doing to stay socially engaged with their friends.
Sal Khan, Andrea Jemaat, thank you both for joining us today. Some great advice, and man, you just make me feel a lot better as a mom. So thank you. I hope everybody at home is feeling the same way too. Let's head over now to our co-host, Big Bird.
We have a lot more on Back to School coming up, but first, my friend Oscar the Grouch has a message about wearing your mask.
Oscar the Grouch here to tell you, to wear a mask out in public around other people. Sure, it'll keep you healthy, but more importantly, I won't have to see your happy, smiling face. And if you don't want to wear a mask, I've just got one thing to tell you. Scram! Go away!